cucina. Mia cucina in Italian means my kitchen. And la prima cosa, the first thing, la prima cosa means the first thing, la prima cosa that we needed to do is to put on the fadale. And I have chose the beautiful fadale of the wonderful tree because the trunk is God and the branches and the leaves are all of us. And look how colorful it is because we are all colorful because God loves us. No matter what color we are, no matter what shape and size we are, no matter what nationality we are, God loves us no matter what. Alrighty, I have an amazing, incredible, easy peasy meal for you. This is a meal that my mom would make after working 14 hours, and she would come home and she would be tired, and she would make this meal super fast, super easy, and I want to bring this to you. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to start my pan. I have a cast iron skillet over here. I'm going to put this on a medium to medium high. To this, I am going to be adding a good 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You can measure. I'm not going to measure because I just want the bottoms, the whole bottom, to kind of get nice and covered, because what I'm going to be showing you is what we're going to be doing next. So let me tell you the ingredients here. The ingredients is going to be, I have about 5 or 6 little cabbages here. What I did is I just took these little guys just like that, and I just sliced them very, very thin. And these are Brussels sprouts. I like to call them little cabbages because to me they look just like little cabbages, and they're so cute. And so, you know, if you're having some that is going bad, this is the time to use it. You know, my mom never threw anything away. She would always, you know, somehow manage to cook everything before things went away. So I have about 4 or 5 or 6 pieces, very thinly sliced, little wonderful Brussels sprouts over here that I have already chopped. I have a half of a white onion that my husband chopped for me because, you know, I am with the onions. You cry, and I don't want to cry. I'm also going to be using 5 cloves of garlic. Yes, 5 cloves of garlic. I'm also going to be using a cute little fennel, and we're going to talk about the benefits of fennel because fennel is so good for you, and we would eat a lot of fennel. We loved fennel. So we have the fennel over here, and we have the Brussels sprouts over here. I'm going to show you how we're going to cut this guy, but I'm going to leave this guy on the side for now. Over here, I'm going to bring your attention. I'm using 4 peppers, 1 yellow pepper, 3 red peppers. I love color, and also they bring a lot of flavor. And I'm also going to be utilizing about 3 to 4 little aroma tomatoes. Very easy transaction, guys. So what I want to do is I want to get my oil rocking and rolling over here. In the meantime, while that is rocking and rolling over there, I'm just going to come over here and get my peppers. I already have washed my peppers. And then a friend of mine, Steven, he went fishing and he gave me some beautiful, mangrove snapper that this little guy fish is going to tie the whole thing. And my mom would use whatever fish she had into this dish that I'm going to show you. Super easy, not super expensive. If you have a fishing pole and you live in Florida, right now you can be catching this thing. All right. Thank you very much, Steven, for the fish. You know, we love fresh fish here in our home. And like I said, this came out of necessity. You know, when my mom, you know, she was trying really hard to put food on the table. Because, you know, when you're an entrepreneur and you own your own business, and for all of you that own your own business and entrepreneurs, you know how that is. You know, you put your whole entire life in that. And it takes a long time. My oil, I can smell my beautiful olive oil, and that's what I have in there. And what I want to do, guys, is I just want to get my wonderful peppers, because by the time I'm done with you, this is all going to be done, and then we're just going to manja. It's very simple transaction. It doesn't take a lot. So now these guys are going to go in here, my little peppers right in there. As you can see, I'm not worried about that. I'm going to take my garlic. I'm also going to bring my onion in there to make it to make its grand entrance. My Italian and English, I still, after 50 years, my tongue, it goes everywhere. Okay, so now we are done with that. Super easy. Boom, transaction over here. Oh my goodness. It already smells wonderful. There's something about garlic, there's something about onion, there's something about all of this, guys. Oh, mamma mia. You know, and I talk about all the benefits, all these wonderful things, and I talk about the importance of taking care of ourselves. Because, you know, when we are feeling good, you know, we can do anything, but when we don't feel good, you know, then that's when, you know, things starts to happen. And to give it before things starts to happen. As you can see, I haven't done anything in here. I haven't really mixed anything yet. I just want that to just kind of hang out there. You know what, I'm just going to get my garlics on the side over here. I'm just trying to peel them. You know, sometimes the garlic is easy to peel, sometimes it's not easy to peel, but you know what, it's okay. Because I am grateful that I have garlic. I am grateful for everything I have in my life. I am very, very grateful. You know, I used to think very differently, very, 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 very differently until God got a hold of me and changed the whole thing, okay? So now I come over here to bring you to this beautiful fennel. So what I want to do to my beautiful fennel, as you can see, I already cleaned this guy out. I'm just going to come right in the middle like so. Look how beautiful it is. Look how beautiful this thing is. All right, so you're going to come in here. And you're just going to get this little piece right here, guys. This little piece, we're going to put that into our little pile. And now I just want to slice very thin my fennel. Because my fennel is going to be going in there with the rest of my guys. And you know, I'm still going to put it all in there, even though I'm not quite finished. I really love the fact, you know, that I have this thing right over here. Because, you know, it's so easy to just chop and put in there. You know, there were times that I did not have this. I remember my tiny, tiny little kitchen, and boy, I can tell you, there's some wonderful food that came out of that tiny little kitchen, you know. And food has always been something that has been very dear to our family, you know. We loved food, and food loved us, and but you know, we learn so much as we go with life. Remember to cut a little part in the middle here, because that's the part that you do not want, and you just have to come over here with your fingers. And sometimes it's easy to come out, sometimes it's not easy to come out. But you know, you have to put the muscle to the pedal to the middle, right? The muscle to the middle. Oh, I don't know. You know, they got all these wonderful little sayings. So, you know, when and the fennel itself has such a deliciousness, and you know, and we're going to be working on this. I know you're all worried about my fish, but let me tell you something about my fish. My fish is sitting in a very nice cold plate. But I'm going to bring my fish over here because he's going to turn himself into that soon. So I'm just going to drop him, continue to drop him in here with these guys. As you see, I haven't done anything to that yet, guys. You know, cooking is easy and simple. It's not hard, because you know, when we take care of the insides, the outside shines. And that's, you know, when the rest of the stuff comes in, you know, like the skincare and the makeup and all the good stuff for us women. And you know, there are men out there that also wear makeup, you know, so hey, the more power to you, you know. I mean, gosh, guys in Argentina, you know, they have these things that are purses. Men in Spain, in different countries, you know, and nobody laughs at that. It's interesting how, you know, that doesn't fit with our thoughts, then it becomes uncool for us, and we're not really giving it a chance. So now what I want to do is I want to come and mix this up beautifully. Oh, it's beautifully. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see if I can show that to you. What's happening over here? You see what's happening over there. All right, and then I'm going to gently bring you down over here because I don't want you to get dizzy. As you can see, I haven't done anything to this yet. Now I am going to put the cauliflower. I started thinking about cauliflower. Now I'm going to put my wonderful little cabbages in there, just like so. Because what we want to do is we want to cook all the vegetables together. I have not salted anything yet. I haven't done anything yet. This has only got 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And you're wondering, oh my God, how is she going to cook the fish? Oh, aren't you wondering that? Don't you want to know? See, no. You know, fish does not have to be fried. It doesn't have to be grilled. you know, we did not have a grill growing up. You know, my father would pretty much, you know, he would build a fire, and we did have an oven and all of that, you know, later on in life. And you know, when you grow up like that, you know, you really appreciate. All right, so now I'm just going to put this little stuff in the garbage pile over here because I do not need that. I kind of want that off my board. In the meantime, I have a good eye over here. So now over here, what I want to do is I want to come in with a good, probably I am going to use it 1 to 2 teaspoons of salt. You know how I am about salt, not too much salt. Then to this, I have some garlic, roasted garlic and herbs, just roasted garlic and herbs, something that you have in your staple, in your kitchen. And as you can see, I'm adding quite a bit of it because that's going to give a lot of flavor to that. Then I'm going to come over here and I have some garlic, some granulated garlic. All right, guys, granulated garlic, very simple, very easy. I just going to want to take a teaspoon of my granulated garlic and just kind of go like so. Just like so, right on the top. Trust me, the flavors will permeate. Oh my goodness, some of the English words are still kind of blah, blah, blah in my tongue. All right, so now what I want to do to this is I want to bring some oregano, and I'm going to take a nice teaspoon, a good heaping teaspoon of oregano. Remember what I tell you guys, put it between your hands, because what you're doing is when you're rubbing it, you are releasing the oils into this beautiful dish. All right, my mama, this is my mama's beautiful dish. All right, well, my mama, you know, she always had to have fresh herbs too as well. So what I have here is I have some beautiful oregano and some beautiful thyme from my garden, but I'm going to save one for decorations because, you know, I got to make everything look pretty. And pretty much what I want to do is I want to come over here and I'm going to chop up. How much thyme, it depends on how much you like. I have about 2-3 sprigs right here of thyme. Time after time, oh I gotta sing, oh we gotta sing, because singing is such a wonderful thing. And gee, sometimes I don't even know what I sound like. But who cares, it's just me and you. Alright, so now the wonderful herbs that go in here, because you know we gotta have herbs. Herbs are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Alright, and then I have some basilico over here. Basilico. Basilico. Everybody. Basilico. Basilico is an Italian basil. Okay, so now what I want to do over here is I just want to take something like that. And again, I just come over here and I'm just going to break it. I'm just going to break it right into this. And don't worry, the basil may turn colors, but you know, nobody's going to be over here. So now I want to get my garlic. And as you can see, guys, I am just roughly chopping it. I like to taste my garlic. If you don't like to taste your garlic, then go ahead and do it very, very fine. A lot of people, some people, they can't have a lot of garlic. Garlic is very, very good on antioxidants, and I love garlic. All right, so now that this is going on, like over here, doing its thing like so. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, the aromas. You can smell the garlic. You can start smelling everybody. Everybody's marrying. Everybody's doing so good. So now what I want to do to this is I'm going to make some holes. I got 4 pieces of fish. But I don't want to make a hole to where, you know, I want the vegetables to be on the bottom, but I'm pushing the rest of them on the side, because what I want to do is I want to bring my fish that I have right here, and this is going to be a super easy, fast transaction. I'm just going to salt it. I'm going to turn it over with my hands. Nothing is going to hurt me. I have another spoon over here that I can put in here, a little bit of the salt right in here like so. All right, that takes care of that. Then what I do is I have some Italian herbs right here, and I'm just going to add some little bit of Italian herbs on my little pesce. And then I'm going to turn these guys, and I'm just going to put them right on the top. Yes, right on the top. Don't be scared, don't be worried. Everything is fine. We're going to put it right like so. Okay, let me show you what I've done over here so you know what we're doing. Okay, just like so. Okay, So now this, because you know we don't want the fish to dry out, and I'm just going to take the olive oil, and I'm just going to take my olive oil, and now I am going to put it over my fish, guys. Yes, over my fish and over everything. Just a little bit of olive oil. I am done with this plate. Let me move that out of the way. Now I'm just going to cover this up. Just going to cover this up because now we got to move to the next step. The tomatoes. So here comes the tomatoes. So what I would do with the tomatoes, guys, because it's such a pretty dish, is I would slice them very thin. Because of these little guys, in just a minute, they are going to go right on top of my fish. Yes, my fish. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the tomatoes right on top of my fish to kind of cover my fish. And I will bring you over here to show you how. So I am moving rather quickly. And sometimes it might take 1 tomato, sometimes it might take 2 tomatoes, 3 tomatoes, 4 tomatoes, 5. You know, we gotta laugh, we gotta have fun. Because when you laugh, you start feeling better. All right, so now we're gonna put more of the little tomatoes. These little guys are really going in there. Oh yes, baby, oh yes, oh yes. Oh, I wish that my friend Steven was over here so he could taste this. And my beautiful, and his wife is my sponsor, Cola. Wow. So not only do I get incredible, beautiful things for my skin, I also get fish. Hey, I'm doing very good with this. All right, so now let me show you what I've done over here so you guys can see. Let me take you right over here. So you see what we're doing right there, right? Okay, so now, okay, because we're not done yet, guys. There's more, yes, but there's more. So now we come over here and we take that wonderful little Italian herbs and we just add it to the wonderful, delicious fish. And now we add a little bit more of olive oil. Simple and fast, just like that. Now we cover this. Okay, perfect. So now, typically, my mom would serve this with either beans or rice. And I made some rice yesterday, so I have some leftover rice. So what I'm going to do now is I am just going to take it with my hands and I am just going to sprinkle the rice right over this. I know that's not how my mother did it, but you know, we also have our own way of doing things. And I would just put it all in here like so. Because as I am talking to you, this is still cooking. And I know you're probably wondering if it's getting really, the bottom is getting, you know, really crusty, and it's not. All right, so now I'm going to cover this back up because I'm heating up my rice. As you can see, I just took it out of my hands and I just sprinkled it over. Okay, so I'm done with that. Let me go rinse my hands really quick. Because it's a really quick, easy transaction. So I am done with my board. So now I'm just going to bring my platter over here. All right, and because I am going to be utilizing, and I utilized, you know, the base, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to finish this. All right, so what, you know, we really underutilize fennel. And, you know, and fennel is an incredible source of energy. I have done fennel smoothies. You can make smoothies with them. Yes. You can do all kinds of wonderful things with fennel. They're high in vitamin C, K, A, B, A. And did you know that one cup of fennel equals 20% of the daily requirements of vitamin C? It has fiber, it's got zinc, it's got calcium, potassium, magnesium, phosphorus, and we need that when we get older, guys. You know, we need that as we starting to become, I don't want to use the word older, as we become wiser. Yes, wiser. So now what I want to do over here is I want to come in with this, because pretty much this is almost all over. My fish is looking beautiful. Oh, I love it when it all comes together. So I'm going to get my plating ready because it's just about done. So to get yourself a pretty plate, let me bring myself down a little bit because then that way maybe you might be able to see me a little bit more over there so I can have how this is happening over here. and I always talk about that when you have a very well oiled cast iron, nothing will stick. All right, so my fish is now finished. That is how quick. So let me tell you, what I do is I'm going to use my spatula and I'm going to go underneath and I am going to grab my fish like so, making sure. And I'm just going to grab my other fish like so. Oh yes, it's looking beautiful. Because fish cooks really quick. So this is what it's going to look like. Oh yes, baby. Oh yes. And then the rest of the vegetables that you have in there, you know, you can kind of, you know, I'm going to shut this off now because my fishes are done. So I need to make sure of that. And you know, then you can come in here and you can add some more of those yumminess and deliciousness right over that. Oh, it just looks so deliciously and so yum. It's a very, very pretty plate, guys. Oh, it's beautiful. Now I'm going to shut this off. And be careful, don't burn your hands. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here. And I have my very beautiful oregano that I used. And then what I would do, because it does have oregano, is that I would put a little sprig of oregano like so. And then if you even want to make it even more flavorful, more tastier, just a little bit of olive oil over the whole thing. And now let me show you what you have made in less than a half an hour. Look, this is Mia. I don't have a name for this because my mom did not have a name for it, but I will come up with a name. And pretty much, guys, as you can see, in less than a half an hour, you can have an amazing, incredible fish dinner. You know, if you can utilize it with beans, you can have it with potatoes. In my case, I had leftover rice. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you today. I want to thank you very much for joining me. I also want to thank my beautiful sponsors, Cola Harris, for her wonderful products. FARMASI, F-A-R-M-A-S-I. Look how beautiful it's made me. I'm using their skincare, and it's beautiful for me. Because, you know, we also got to take care of the outside as well as the inside. I also want to thank my friend Dario Rodriguez with Life and Food Superstores in Ellenton, Florida. So if you're Ellenton, Florida, please stop by and say hello to Life and Food Superstore in Ellenton. And I want to thank you so much, baby. Take care of yourself. Eat healthy, good food for your health. You know what you're getting here. Look at all the vitamins you're getting for your health. We will do anything. Okay, ciao, ciao, belly. I love you. I love you. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself, because when you're kind and loving to yourself, then you have something to give to others. I love you. I love you. Enjoy questo mangiare. È bellissimo. Mangia time. Mangia time. Ciao, ciao, belly.